Hello, y'all. You reached King Trident's tribe. I'm gonna set up my computer so that way I can see the questions. How's everybody doing? Let me see if I can see this real quick. Hold on a second. I'm trying to set this up. Well, I don't know. Just give me a minute. Oh, there we go. Hold on a second. All right. Let me see if I can see the. You're so. I'm excited too. Yeah, this is my first live. Hopefully, I can. I don't let you guys down because right now, I'm trying to make sure I have this set up on my computer so that way I can. So that way I can see your questions, and watch you on my phone. What's up, Stella? If you guys haven't looked at Stella's channel, go look at Stella's channel. She's got an awesome channel. Let's see here, freaking. All right. All right, I think I got it. Let me see here. All right. All right, so yeah, you've reached King Trident's tribe. I think I got everything set up so that way I can take questions. I'm really excited to be able to assist everyone. Um, and so anyway, we'll just roll right into the questions. So, oh, got it by angels. Hey, how you doing? And Divine Light and Love Oracle. Yeah, so that Divine Light and Love Oracle, Stella's my soul sister. I visit her channel um, frequently. If you guys haven't visited her channel, please do. And also, Guided by Angels, my other soul sister. They like look after me. What? Okay, so Divine Light Messenger asks, "What the heck are DMs dealing with at the moment? I can't tell if it's my energy or his." Um, well, it just depends because I believe that there's a lot of twin flame unions going on between now and May, and uh, it just depends on what wave you're in. I mean, you might be. I don't know if you're in the wave between now and then, or if your DM maybe is behind that power curve, and more likely what you're feeling is him purging. And DMs, just like I mean, we all deal with different things, so it just depends on what we're, what stage we're at and what kind of things we're dealing with, and so I mean, we're not like like the things that I'm dealing with might not be the same things that your DM is dealing with, and more than likely it's not. And just like my DF is probably dealing with things that you guys are not dealing with. So let me see here. Trying to keep up. Um, well, the DM. Okay, so Sunshine Coming says, "What is the DM energy right now?" Well, I know that my DM energy is very positive and in the King energy. So, um, but I can't speak that for your divine masculine. Um, hey, Amy, how you doing? Uh, but um, I would say that I would say that hopefully he's in the king energy, because if he's in the joker energy, you just need to keep on working on yourself and become the best person that you can be. All right, I'm trying to keep up. I got a lot of questions. A lot of questions. You guys are funny. Y'all make me laugh. Thanks, Heather. You said I'm doing awesome. That's cool. Sometimes I don't know how awesome I'm doing, but obviously I got followers for a reason. So sometimes I'm like, does my angel team know what they're really doing? I'm like, you guys are giving me followers. Okay, let me make sure I'm getting everybody's questions. Okay, Ellie Light says, "Are you and your twin together?" No, we're not together. We're in no communication. It's basically as standard as what I've said in all my videos. She set boundaries with no communication or no contact, so I respected those boundaries. Um, and yeah, so um, basically I can't be the king until, I mean, I'm the king now, but I can't come in and communicate with her she uh, until she lowers those boundaries and lets me know that she's receptive. Our twin stupid. That's funny. Um, so does that answer if that doesn't answer your question, then just ask it in a different way. But I'm thinking that's what you're asking. Um, I remind you, Wahaba Walker. You remind me of DM King. Yeah, hopefully your DM is the king, because that means that you should be in union or reunion pretty soon. Well, Sunshine coming. So you said what are the signs the DM's waking up? Well, obviously the most obvious sign that your DM is waking up is that he comes back in and makes communication with you and comes in as a king, and you can know that by a few ways. Well, when they come in, do they first say, "I want to take you on a date," and they name a date, time, place? I mean, straight to the point. I mean, they don't beat around to the bush. And they say, "I'm ready to take my queen out," and and uh, and do they apologize for their actions? I mean, I think the first thing that I would ever tell my DM is first of all, I'm sorry for my actions, and then next that I love her, and then third I would tell her that I forgive her, and then fourth I was like, ready for you to come home, and I'm ready to take you on a date. So um, you can tell whenever a DM is in their king energy by how sincere they are, and and if they're compassionate, compassionate towards you in the way of understanding exactly how their actions affected you. Let's see here. Uh, Lloyd says we're both broke right now. Yeah, that's a lot of twins. It's a tough journey. But let me tell you something, Lloyd. You strong. You're stronger than what you probably realize. Trust me, I know that I am, and I didn't know that until I went through some of the things that I went through. So Amy Satari, so how you doing, Amy? How you doing? Thanks, Heather. I appreciate you telling me I'm doing awesome. Let me see here. God, man, you guys are asking me some questions. Um, Laurie says fake it till we make it. Ah, that's funny. Yeah, you're right, Caroline. We are a family tribe. Yep, that's correct. Got it by angels are twins, stupid. I know that I was pretty dumb whenever I was a brick. Divine light angel, the word divine timing. Yep, that's right. Divine timing. Let's see here. You guys are awesome, man. Y'all got like man, I love this, man. You guys are so awesome. Yeah, I am authentic and vulnerable. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like whenever I was not awakened, I wouldn't be this vulnerable at all. Um, but honestly, I'm to the point where I don't really care what people think, and I'm here to help people out. And if they don't, if people, if for some odd reason my vulnerability uh, makes people to the point where they just don't like wanna, I don't know, because I think a lot of people think that in a feminine energy. When I'm talking to you guys or you ladies, um, I am in the feminine energy because I'm showing my emotions. But honestly, I'm in a balanced state. So I mean, I don't really care what people think, to be honest. But I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah, I am vulnerable. Um, let's see here. Yeah. Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, go back. I had a good one. Um, yeah, Ellie Light says he's done that twice now and then he leaves again. Yeah, that happens a lot. Push pull effect. That happened to me too. Um, it's because they really want to be with you, but at the same time, the strength the strength of the energy of the connection actually, you know, they can't take it. It brings things that are deep inner wounds up to them, and then it causes them to go away. Let's see here. Beauty is Ashley. I've been feeling a need to reach out so badly, but as the DF, I've always been the one to reach out first. I want to take the risk, but also stay true to me. All right. Hey, Beauty is Ashley. So, what I would say is, um, just from my personal experience, I don't know if you have boundaries or anything like that, but if your intuition is telling you to reach out, then it doesn't hurt to send some kind of message that's straight to the point and with no, basically embodies unconditional love without expectations. So you send a message that has no expectations in return, and just let them know that that basically the lines of communication is open, and that that honestly, like I bet you that gets the ball rolling for you. I don't know what your personal situation is, but the main thing is listen to your intuition, and if you feel like that there's a push to reach out, and then I mean, yeah, you're the divine feminine. You're also the queen, and you know what? You let them know that the lines of communication is open. If they're in the king energy, they're gonna come in, and they're gonna come in hot and fast. Guided by angels. My DM is very afraid of me and our connection, a huge age gap. I finally let go. Think I'm in and out. DM energy at the moment. Staying off social media. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Liz. So Liz guided by angels. So one of my other soul sisters. I guess you all are my soul sisters because most of you probably are divine feminines. But um, yeah, the age gap don't matter. I mean, because the soul don't age. Um, so I mean, your twin is your twin. I agree with staying off social media. So if everybody doesn't know, basically I uh, I shut down my Facebook page, and I don't miss it at all. Actually, I didn't even think about it. I don't even think about it until people start bringing up Facebook. But but the only social media I have is my IG account, and that's just for you ladies, for you guys. Okay, so when I say guys, I mean ladies too. So I know I say this every video, but I don't want to offend somebody. So anyway, so I agree with staying off social media. I hate social media. Natalie K? Why is my DM so afraid of me? Well, maybe because you're in the queen energy, and maybe he's not in the king energy. So I mean, jokers are scared of queens. I'm sorry to tell you. I mean, it's kind of like, remember, I don't know if you guys played a card game called War whenever you were when you were kids, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I know that Joker was like the highest card in the deck, but in this deck, the Joker is not the highest card in the deck. So if they're in Joker energy, they're scared of you because they can feel your power. How you doing, Kate 13, Pat Murphy? So Amy Davers. So you say your DM is incarcerated till June. So I hope to have grew a lot. I hope you do too. What are some things that DS should work on that a DM might be looking for? Well, honestly, the the things the things that you should be working on are things that you have identified with yourself. So you, Amy Davers. So you need to look within, and you need to listen to your intuition, and you need to get a journal. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to get an expensive journal. Look, I have this journal right here for tonight. I think this thing cost me like $5 at Walmart, and I write down whatever it is that I need to work on, and not in this particular journal. I have another journal for that, but this is my journal for King Trident's Tribe, and so I write down everything that I need to work on, and then so I can reflect back and make sure that I've actually addressed all those issues, and and but what you should work on is the things that you identify. And it's not really, don't worry about what the DM is looking for in the journey. I mean, I'm going to tell you the first thing that I'm looking for in the journey, my journey is my queen. I'm looking for my queen, and she's going to be in the queen energy. Because if she's not in the queen energy, then she's not going to be ready for me. Because I'm in the king energy. And I'm the king, and I want a queen. I don't want a princess, if that makes sense. Beauty is Ashley says, how do you know whether you're in the DM or DF energy? Well, DMs are about mission accomplishment. They're looking at like succeeding and that kind of stuff. DS are like more emotional, more nurturing, and they care about, you know, people. And and whenever I was more in my DM energy, um, and I wasn't in touch with my feminine energy, I didn't really. I mean, I care, but I didn't really care that much about emotions and any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, the divine masculines are about like mission accomplishment and about like succeeding and you know what they need to do to be successful in the world. And that's how you kind of know whether or not you are in the DM or DF energy. DD70. So last communication, he just checked in on how I was doing, but nothing else. He told me to contact him. I'm not going to reach out if he's still with his karmic, and he didn't say he wasn't. Yeah, I wouldn't reach out. I mean, for one thing, I do agree with divine feminines as far as if you there was no boundaries put in place. I mean, there was no boundaries for no contact. Um, I think that the the guy should be the one that initiates the contact. Now, boundaries were put in place, especially boundaries were put in place by the divine feminine. Then yeah, we need to respect those boundaries. But if there is nothing put in place, then obviously, yeah, you shouldn't be reaching out. He should be reaching out to you. All right. Thanks, lovely Kono. You're says I'm awesome. You're awesome too. Let's see here. Thanks, Liz. I am genuine. I try my best. Sun Moon says, yes, never had this type of relationship in my life. We talk like we are a couple, but we're not together anymore. Yeah, I know how it is. Hey, Amy. Okay. Joan, where are we? This is a strange question, but why are there no pictures on your wall, Slappa? Just asking. I'm Sagittarius. We say that we are thinking. Yeah. Well, hey. The reason why I don't have pictures on my walls is because I rent this place, and I really would like to get my. I would really like to get my money back whenever I leave here, and I don't want to have to worry about like having holes in the wall or anything like that. But but good job on paying attention. Madonna says, "Did you realize it when you were going through the dark night of the soul?" Um, Actually, I didn't know exactly what I was going through at the time. To be honest, I didn't know until after the fact because that's whenever I was more awakened. So I had dark night of the soul, and then I had awakening after that. And it wasn't until probably towards the end of my awakening, maybe even after that, that I didn't even realize what exactly was going on. DD70 says there's a huge age gap between me and my divine feminine. 7 years age gap between us. Yeah, she she likes me because I like. Well, one of the reasons why she likes me is because I look a lot younger than my age. But yes, I 7 years. But it don't matter about the age gap. I mean, because your soul it doesn't age. So yes, this is your physical body, but your soul is is gonna be ageless. If that makes sense. What's up, Lori? Man, this thing's jumping around. Sorry. Um, Laurie Shuffner. My DM is stable, successful, just waiting on God. Man, that is awesome. Carolina, if you and your DM has addiction, please get them help. Yeah, I agree with that. Stella says, boom, drops the mic. Nah, you got to keep the mic because you have, the tarot and karaoke sessions. Andrea Mann says he's with a soulmate. That's awesome. I mean, if that's what makes you happy, that's all that matters. Your welfare and happiness is what matters. Thanks, lovely. Good know. You're awesome too. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna be myself. So I mean, this is how it is. Uh, Liz from Guided Angel says, "Do you work with dragon energy?" Um, I'm not sure I know what that is, Liz. You might have to explain that to me because I'm not sure what dragon energy is. I'm still learning too. I don't know everything. Just let me know what that is, and maybe I can give a better answer, or maybe it's called something different that I'm not aware of. Um, yeah, Laura, the happiness coach. Yeah, I think she in San Diego with Queen of Light. Melina Howard, get the deposit back to full. Yep. Hey, that's why I don't have pictures on my wall because I want my deposit back. Carolyn Walter says, dragons are the best protection too. Yeah, I'm guessing you're referring to the dragon energy. Let me see here. The tiger. Man, that was like 80s night the other night, huh, with Stella. Yeah, Liz and Stella. Lenore the Oracle says, DM asked me on a date, what do I do? Lenore, what does your intuition tell you? I mean, how do you feel? How did you feel when he asked you on a date? I mean, I'm sure you were happy, but I mean, other than that, how do you feel? I would say go with your intuition, but me speaking outside without knowing what your intuition is telling you, I would say that if your DM came in with a king energy and asked you on a date and gave you a date, time, and place, and was very sincere about it without having any kind of joker energy, then I would say go on the date. It doesn't, I mean, what does it hurt to go on the date? Because if you go on a date and you find out that he's not in the king energy, then you can just say, I really want to work on myself, and you just work on yourself. You women, I mean, your DS are really good at doing that, so I know that I have faith in you on that. Yeah, your DM can fake being in a king energy. I did that. I mean, not that I knew I was faking it. And somebody said earlier, fake it till you make it. Well, I mean, honestly, I didn't know that I was like really screwing up because I wasn't awakened, and I would say things or to my DF that was not the best. But at the same time, the thing is yeah, you can tell whenever they're faking it or not. Um, Dragons help clear blocks on the 3D. Okay. Yeah, I guess maybe I need to learn more about that, Liz. Because I know I have blocks earlier on. I'm not sure about now. Because I worked with, one of my blocks was with my heart chakra. And I worked with Archangel Raphael on clearing that block. And I'm pretty sure that block's been cleared for me and my twin. Mandy Wood says, uh, wow. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep up. What does my energy say? I don't know what your energy says. I would have to, I mean, that's why I offer one-on-one sessions through Instago, because that way I can actually know what your energy says. I don't know what your energy says through here. Man, you guys are on the ball with some questions. Sunflower power. What is the last push that causes the divine masculine to awaken to the connection? Well, Sunflower, I don't really know exactly for every single person, but I will tell you this. What caused me to awaken was something that I could not control. So the divine probably, I mean, more than likely my angel team got tired of me going through remedial courses. So what happens is and the best way for me to explain it is if I was a twig, um, they would basically break me. They would like bend me. They would bend me until basically it was like one splinter at a time that was fraying off that twig, and basically I got all the way down to the last splinter of that twig before I was breaking in half. And luckily for me, I actually wised up, and I saved myself from breaking in half by surrendering to the divine and what exactly they wanted me to do. And I mean, more than likely, your divine masculine is going to awaken because they're forced to do it. They ain't gonna have a choice. Kate 13. Oh, hold on a minute. Natalie K. When did you realize you were a DM? I didn't realize I was a divine masculine until about July, August of 2018. Kate 13, we are all gorgeous and aging backwards. Yes, right, we are. I haven't either. I haven't met a bad looking DM or DF. Natalie K says, and she was your DF. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, but my divine feminine knew she was a divine feminine before I knew that I was in a twin flame connection or that I was a DM. But she always called me the king, even though I act like a joker. She called me a king. I guess that says a lot about her and not as much about me. It's like diamonds. Yo, Sag. Joker energy. Joker energy. The only thing Joker energy is good for is to laugh at. I was good at making people laugh. Oh, Melanie from Hooligan 1111. How you doing, Melanie? I appreciate you visiting my channel. Thanks, Mandy. You're awesome too. Lovely Kono. I've been getting a lot of past thoughts of so many times Me and my DM work together. Are we mirroring? Um, I mean, I don't know if you're mirroring or not, because I mean, mirroring would mean that he has the same thoughts about you, and more than likely, if you're having that thoughts about him, more than likely he's having those thoughts about you. So you would know if you were mirroring or not, because if you're true twins, you have telepathic capability, and the more you meditate and increase your senses, the more you'll be able to be aware of those type of things. Um, I was aware of the mirroring, even though I didn't know I was in a twin flame dynamic. The only reason I know is because I remember some of the things that I would go through with my divine feminine, and I would just think that's a coincidence. And it really wasn't a coincidence. I mean, there's no coincidences. Okay. Cosmic Lotus, what's your spiritual practice? My spiritual practice, I am spiritual. That's my spiritual practice. And I have a relationship with my spirit team, archangels, and God. Um, let's see here. Caroline Walter Keaton. Hey, thank you guys for answering each other's questions. That's awesome. I love the participation. You guys are so awesome. Uh, Mandy Wood is my DM faking it to love me. I don't know if he is or not. Um, I don't know, man. Gosh dang it. This thing keeps jumping around. Uh, I'm sorry, guys. It's just jumping around, and um, I'm trying to stay on top of it. Knowledge bombs. I don't. Still, I don't know if I'm dropping knowledge bombs. You drop more knowledge bombs than me. Andrea Mannion, why would my DM tell me at some point that he was addicted to our connection, then turn around 4 months later and say I made the connection up in my head? Oh, well, that's easy. Because more than likely, they feel like a twin flames feel a deep connection with you immediately, and so whenever, and this is from my own personal experience, not from the divine, but so I started dating my twin in May of 2017, and in September is when we finally went into full separation. Um, but I could tell that she felt the connection immediately, and I did too, but I didn't know what the connection was. She did. Um, so at the end, she was basically in that same mind frame where that I made the connection up and whatnot, and whenever things hit people in the face, they don't want to they don't want to they just don't want to be in that energy. They want to do everything that they can to get away from it because they think that it's you that's causing the pain that they're feeling. And I mean, you kind of are, but it's not really you. It's more or less the energy of the connection. Let's see here. I really appreciate everybody. Mandy Wood, thank you. I really appreciate you being here. Yeah, Liz, she says Archangel Raphael is with you all the time. Yeah, you know why? Because Archangel Raphael is actually assigned to me. And part of my journey is to heal people. And that's why, yeah, Archangel Michael, he works with all the twins, but Archangel Raphael was specifically assigned to me. And and whenever I do my website's gonna have Archangel Raphael's colors, you know, gold and green. Thank you for being here, Divine Light Messenger. I really appreciate you being here. You too, lovely Kono. Yep, Laurie Schaffner, push and pull. Yep, that's right. Mandy Woods. Let's see here. Thanks, Stella. Liz says, yes, song Jump by Madonna. Life twists you like limbs of a tree. Yep. Going old school. Um, Caroline Walter, our guides are all seven angels and are there then we need them. Yep, that's right. We just need to ask for assistance. Michelle Shamba. Hey, Michelle. I just answered your email. How do I develop a relationship with my DM in a professional setting where strict ethical rules are being established? I'm too nervous and shy to try friendship. It's professional. Yeah, I mean, Michelle, you know, honestly, for me, like I don't know how I would do that if my divine feminine um, work with me in my professional work environment, because I have a tendency that I would never date anybody this um, in my professional environment. That's my rule, and I've stuck by that rule for over 20 years, and it served me great. But in this case, where you feel that your DM is, that the person in your workplace is your DM, um, I mean, if anything, I mean, maybe you can ask him to meet you somewhere outside of work. That's the only thing I can really suggest with that, because, and listen to your intuition, because just to ensure that you're doing the right thing. Um, but I would definitely make sure that whatever you do is outside of work. Maybe, um, you know, start off, you know, if he's open to communicating with you, then communicate outside of work. I can't really give you, I don't want to give you any, um, it's not that I don't want to give you advice. It's just that when it's in the workplace, like I'm very against like dating in the workplace. I just, whatever you do, you need to make sure that it's outside the workplace. That's my personal advice, and I feel intuitively that's what needs to be done. Because in the workplace, you affect more than just you and him. You affect people that are around you, and I don't like making people feel uncomfortable is around me. And if something goes wrong, then that tends to happen. I've seen it happen a lot. So I really not trying to not give you advice. That is my advice. But yeah, definitely see if you know, try to like talk to them outside of um, the workplace. Like I'm not my DM type. China, I'm sorry, I don't want me to hack your name. There less. China. So you feel like you're not your DM's type. Well, oftentimes I would say about this is oftentimes your twin is not your type, and oftentimes that's what sets your twin apart is their uniqueness, or something that maybe you're not looking for. Um, I know in my case, I know I think in my last video, I mentioned that I had a type, and I did. My type was a specific looking type of person, and um, it wasn't because, you know, of any other reason other than my soul knew that I was looking for somebody particular, and I didn't know that like my external 3D self was like, well, that person is cute or whatever, and was looking at it, you know, the outside, and not really focused on their soul. Now, whenever, and this is how I met my twin, was I was I was awakened enough to know that I look in her eyes, and that I knew exactly who, like, that I knew her before. So your DM probably won't be your type. I mean, there's a high possibility. Yep, I agree with Carolyn Walters about needing healthy boundaries. Michelle, and he knows how I feel about him. I sent a few drunk emails. Yeah, well, hey, you know, don't be too hard on yourself, because I mean, everybody makes mistakes, and especially like this is a really crazy journey. And I'm not gonna say that I've always said the right thing to my divine feminine. Matter of fact, um, whenever we had that 3 hour conversation, which was our last conversation, I'm know for a fact that I didn't say the right thing. I knew for a fact that I shouldn't even have that conversation. So don't get too hard on yourself. Liz, I love your energy too. Are you Liz, guided by angels, are you from Ireland? Because your accent really does sound like it's Irish, and don't take offense if you're not, but it sounds Irish. Um, Tower moment. Yep. Michelle. Yep. Might have been a tower moment. I know mine. It was a tower moment. Whenever I was talking to my divine feminine for the last time, and I said some things that where it was just me deflecting, um, man, I felt like fire and brimstone was coming down on me. I swear, it was like a vacuum was in my room, and it was like sucking out the energy. And I was like, I knew I was like done for. I was like shish kebab. Well, I have a walker. You walked over my question. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up. Um, I don't see your question. Sorry. If you want to write it again, that's cool. Um, Melanie said, Hooligan 1111 says I'm rocking this. I guess I learned from the best. Hey, Belle from Argentina. You guys are awesome. What are we doing here? Michelle, PTSD. Yeah, a lot of twins have PTSD. I mean, my twin dealt with some similar things that she went through, and I mean, you know, I know what that's like, because I mean, some of the people that I work with, they have to deal with those type of things. And you know, twins, we go through some very tough situations, and it's not just it's even lingering effects that we have after going through those things, which kind of, you know, PTSD. And you know, a lot of things we can't we need professional help with. It's not something you can deal with. So I would really recommend. And one of the things is like these groups like we're in right now, we support each other. I mean, we support each other. So you know, this is a very safe environment for us to be able to express things that we're going through and ask for help. I might not have the answer, but people in the group, they might have the answer. And that's kind of why I do this, is so that way it brings people together, and we try to like help each other out. So I appreciate you sharing that experience because you're being vulnerable there. Um, yeah, light work. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you this now. If I walk over your question or I don't answer your question, just answer it again because I'm trying to keep up and it's very tough. Whenever I watch people's live videos, I actually now don't understand how they keep up. um, hey, have a good evening, Divine Light Messenger. I appreciate you visiting my channel. Madonna Sis says, um, do I have 5D visits with my twin? Yes, I do. I we still have a connection, and it's not all the time, but I do feel her energy quite a bit, and I still have telepathic communication with her. And I tell her all the time how much I really love her and care about her. You know, you don't have to be with them in order to tell them that. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. I don't know. Marie Christine Lopez. Good evening to you. I appreciate you visiting my channel. Some advice regarding overcoming self-sabotage. Um, yeah, I would say that the best thing that I think did happen to me, as much as I really like being with my twin, was being in separation, because separation kept me from self-sabotaging myself. Um, and if I would not be in separation, I would be constantly making mistakes. I know I would, because I wouldn't have worked on myself in the capacity that I have. And what you really need to do, we all need to do, is we need to become the best version of ourselves, which means we need to concentrate on ourselves fully and make sure that we are, happiness is within. And if you're not happy with yourself, or you can't be by yourself, then that's a sign that you need to continue to work on yourself. Some of the best times that I have is by myself. Even though I love being with my kids, I love being with my family, but at the same time, man, when I'm by myself, I have parties, man. I know that sounds crazy, but I do. And I'm happy and whole within myself. And that's what the point that you need to get to, is where you feel that way. And and so I guess back to your question about self-sabotage, what helped me was my divine feminine cutting off communication and pushing us into separation. And that was probably the best thing that ever happened, to be honest. It's very positive. As much as it sounds negative, it's very positive. Um, Thanks, Stella. Your light shining too. Your light shines every time I come to your channel. I try to be sweet. Light workers, 77 viewers, sevens. Yep, I agree. Nothing's a coincidence. Um, Prop Mama, have you tried keeping up with what your DF is up to, how she's doing, by keeping in touch with her friends? Are you able to watch her on social media? All right. So, Prop Mama. Um, I just don't feel like that I have to have a need to stalk my DF or keep up with her, because I have communications through her through the 5D. And honestly, it's more about concentrating on myself and um, becoming the best version of myself and making sure that I don't have any of the flaws that I had before I went into separation. So honestly, no, I haven't. Um, I do know this. I do know that um, that my kids keeping track with her kids every now and again. I don't know who on what basis because I don't go into detail with them, and I know that basically I don't really worry about it. I put it in the I accepted where I am, and I trust and have faith in the divine, and I know that if I continue to work on myself, that everything will work out the way it's supposed to. You're welcome, Michelle. Love and light to you, Mandy. Hey, Kanda. I'm probably way far away. I mean, as far as like messages, I'm sorry. Hey, Laurie. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah. When I was a kid, manners were beating into me. Did you never dated your DM because he was always in and out of the relationship with Carmen? Yeah, sometimes that's what happens in order for them to learn. Lori, we argue. Yeah, that's not good. You know, I'll be honest. Things with my DF was very good. Like we didn't we didn't really argue very much, and we were pretty much on the same page. It was just I think the main thing with us was the amount of how strong the energy was between us and how strong my individual energy was. So I don't know about that, but I know that, I'm not saying that can't happen. But I'm saying is that's not very healthy, and you need to set up healthy boundaries. Kate 13, will you speak about those DMs and DS that are both still in marriages? Well, it is all with help of the divine. No, I mean I won't say that they all will, because not all twin flames. I don't feel personally and intuitively that all twin flames are supposed to come into union, um, but they'll do what is they're intuitively guided to do. Um, and my recommendation is, and I've always said this, and I don't really care if it offends somebody or not, because this is what I feel intuitively. And I've been through divorce. Trust me, I know how it feels for on both sides of that pendulum. But what I'll say is that marriage is very sacred, and yes, I understand there's certain situations, but whenever the divine looks at marriage as being very sacred, and you make a pact not only between you and another person, but with the divine. So as you can see, there's another three there, and that's a trinity. And so I mean, honestly, if you feel like that you shouldn't be in that marriage, then you have to make a conscious decision to get out. Good night, Sandra. I appreciate you visiting my channel. Uh, yeah, I agree, Dee Dee. Don't be somebody's side chick. Nope. Don't be doing that. You're welcome, Michelle. What's up, Stella says, snap on fire, brimstone. Hey, man, that's really how I felt. I'm not lying. Lori Sean, Easter draw for me. Yeah, we all unique. Actually, my intuition made me text my ex saying he was seeing somebody and finally he just admitted it. Well, there you go. He admitted it. Um, hold on a minute. Um, yeah, I feel your pain too, Ashley. Um, um, I'm trying to keep up, guys. Or ladies, guys, whatever. Prop mama. Oh, I appreciate it. I'm a blessing just like everybody else. Reagan says, how exactly do you recognize you're communicating the 5D? How do I recognize this? All right, so I recognize it because whenever I am able to communicate with her through the 5D telepathically, I can actually see her, what I assume is her higher self. And I can hear her voice through energy. And I know that probably doesn't make sense to some people, but um, it's kind of like I'm meditating, and I'm able to close my eyes, and I'm able to see her and hear her, if that makes sense. And some people would take that as like that there's voices in their head, but it really not true. That's not it. Yeah, it's not in your head. I know a lot of people probably don't. Some people probably won't believe that, but it's not. Lucas, what if you know they're your soulmate twin flame, but you choose to want to be with someone else? Yeah, that's your personal choice, Lucas. Yeah, absolutely. You have free will, and it's your choice whether or not um, do you want to continue down the twin flame journey, or you want to be with someone else. But it's up to you to make that choice. And I would just highlight, like I've done through this whole video and any of my other videos, um, is to pray about it and listen to your intuition. Your angel team will provide you um, signs and synchronicities on what you need to do. All right, let's moving on. You guys are like chatting it up, man. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Keosha Johnson about much healing, Ashley. Yeah, I agree. I pray for you, Ashley, in your situation. Yeah, DMs sometimes they do Joker things, and Amy Dabber said that her DM floundered with a comic in front of. Yeah, that's totally Joker energy. I would have dissed that dude like right away. I never did that kind of stuff. Um, yep, we all going through it. Uh, Andrea Andrea Manuel says, "What type of synchronicities do you get?" I get a lot of numbers. As you guys might know, like 333 is one of my numbers that resonates with me a lot. For some odd reason, my number is 9, and so uh, I've had some spiritual experiences that 333 resonates a lot with me, and the number 9 resonates a lot with me. The sum of my favorite number is 9, and I get spirit animals. Um, Hummingbirds come around me a lot, and especially whenever I'm talking about something or thinking about something and I need an answer to. Also, I get dreams, and um, sometimes things just happen spiritually, and I'm not really going to go into detail about that, but you'll have personal experiences that happen, and that gives you a lot of answers. And then some people, you know, some people see their name of their twin a lot, and very and places that normally you wouldn't see their name at, or they would hear it being said. Um, and a lot of mine are just in my dreams. And a lot of mine is also energy that I feel. uh, I agree, Ashley, about being thanking everybody for being supportive. I'm very appreciative too. Uh, Hidden Treasure says, uh, I see my DM every night in my dreams, and he comes into my meditations where we have telepathy, but he will not reach out to me. Yep, that's right. Yeah, it is possible he's not awake yet. Yeah, he could be still fearing. He still could feel um, like that he can't reach out because either his energy is not right, or maybe he still is wondering whether or not you're going to cause pain upon him, and so they'll probably end up taking their time on reaching out. um, all right, I'm gonna. Yeah, I agree with hitting the like button. If you guys are enjoying this, hit the like button. Like, share. 333 portal. Yeah, I love the 333 portal. Thanks, Divine Orchestra. Says I'm doing an excellent job. Yep, Amanda. I don't date now either, and um, there's no replacement for my twin. So, and I'm not saying that that will always be that way. But what I'm saying is right now I'm so busy that and content with myself that I have no urge to date. Not only that, I mean, as much work as I've done on myself, there's not very many people that would match up to me. Yep, Amy, we're here to help each other. I really agree with that. Wow, Lightworker 2332 says her DM's office number is 333. That's crazy. I wish my number was 333. Um, Lori Shelter says uh, she, yeah, I attack hummingbird, moths, dragonfly, as well as tarantula, snake dogs, cats. Ellie Light asks if you guys should tell DMs what to expect or would that harm them. More than likely, if they're not awake and they ain't gonna listen to you in the first place. I know that I mean, like for my example, my divine feminine told me about us being twin flames and feeling like we were twin flames, and um, I don't even remember having that conversation. So as you can see, I really didn't pay attention to the full extent of what I probably should have been or even caring about. And but uh, I mean, you can tell them, you can talk to them about it, but more than likely, they're probably just not going to care until they get awakened. Um, Naravi, how did you first come across your awakening as a DM? I couldn't avoid it. The divine made me awaken. Um, the only way I can explain it is that I had a lot of spiritual experiences, and first, before I awakened, I went through a dark night of the soul. Then I awakened right after that. So it was unavoidable, and it was basically either you're gonna either break in half and be destroyed, or um, either you're gonna surrender and do what we asked you to do. What was the process like? Basically, everything in my life was falling apart, and that's what it was like. Like everything was falling apart. Like financially, like I lost my divine feminine. Financially, like um, it was just everything just was crumbling to the ground, and it was just like you need to pay attention. Do you want to be like succeeding in life, or do you want to just like basically crumble to the ground? I mean, there is even a point where I was like, I I didn't know what I was gonna do as far as living. I mean, in a house and stuff, because like that was all falling apart too. And once I started paying attention and I started doing what I was supposed to do, then everything got better. Wow, we're at 71 minutes. We're way over the time. You're welcome, Andrea. Um, Sun Moon. Oh my God. Outside the clouds, violet purple. That's awesome. Tiffany Crawford. My number is 3. Always has been. That's freaking awesome. Found out about there you go. My life path is actual 3, and my DM path is 9. There you go. There's no coincidences. What's up, Katie? Katie Faith. Yes, I am live. Yeah, I haven't had very much. I can't say I had crazy telepathy this week. My dreams have actually been really crazy as far as like I can't remember them. I think the energy's just been extremely high, and that's probably one of the reasons. Thanks, Nair. I wish you the best too. That's cool, DD. I'm glad you told your twin that your DM that you feel like you're twins. He probably won't remember though, not to be rude. I told my DM that I believed in twin flames. Okay. Yeah, Jeanette, you told your DM that he was skeptical, unsure, refused it because outside of his beliefs. Yeah, that's a lot of times. That's what happens, um, and it takes like, at least in my case, it took an awakening before I understood what was going on. Thank you, Kiosha. Hopefully I didn't hack your name. I really appreciate your support. Hey Terry. Yeah, I can't remember my dreams. Cinnamon says, do all DMs go through an awakening before they're ready to come forward? Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say I intuitively feel like that they do, because they have to go through an awakening um, to be able to understand the power of the connection, if that makes sense. Because honestly, I wasn't aware of the connection um, before my awakening And whenever I went through my awakening, that's whenever I did a lot of research. That's whenever I started like being deliberate about figuring out what was going on. Um, yeah, your family and DM might think you're going nuts, but you're not, Ashley. What was the hardest part for you to open up to your divine counterpart and also yourself? Well, at the time, I mean, um, I don't really feel like that I had a hard time when I was with her, because like I didn't really know that I was in a twin flame relationship. But I will say this: the one thing that I did know is whenever I met her, that connection was very special, and that whenever I told her that I had manifested her, because I manifested her. I remember praying to God approximately the second week in May to bring somebody in my life that loved my kids as much as they loved me, and he knew like kind of like the what I wanted as far as um, in my twin. And whenever I met her at the end of May, which is a couple weeks later, that's exactly what I got. And I even told her that I manifested her. Jeanette asked, "Does my DF know that I have a YouTube channel?" Oh, sorry. Um, I'm not sure if she does or not because I don't have communication with her, but I will assume this. I know that divine feminines are really good at stalking divine masculines. So if I had to guess, yeah, she probably does know, but I don't know for sure. Um, anyway. That's awesome, Jeanette. How's Vermont, Katie? Hollywood. I don't know what you're asking about Hollywood. Katie says she could be a private investigator. I bet you could. Yeah, I pray. I used to actually, my divine feminine, I will go into detail about this, but when we were together, my divine feminine liked me to pray for us, like together. She loved that, actually. Divine feminines are like Nancy Drew. Yep, they are. That's why, you know, that's why, divine masculines, you guys know whether or not they in the king energy or not. I don't know why you're asking me that. You know, you guys are like, you guys are like professional investigators. Your intuition gives you that ability. Good night, Amy. Vermont's cold. Yep. Well, and here in Utah, it wasn't as cold today. Oh, you get a snowstorm tomorrow. Well, that sucks. We're getting rain, I think. Anyway, guys, you ladies, I think I'm about done. I really appreciate your love, light, support, and I think my next video that I'm gonna do will probably be in reference to my awakening. I think I'm going to um, uh, I'm gonna piggyback onto my awakening journey. I'm just reading these while I'm going through what I'm telling you guys. But I'm gonna piggyback on my awakening journey so I can answer a little bit more questions about that process. But I'm gonna answer a couple more questions before I leave. Elf says, do unawakened DMs spy on their DF? Yeah, probably. I know I did. I mean, because like I missed her and like I would just do that. I mean, it wasn't really because I was trying to do it maliciously or anything like that, but yeah. Uh, Thanks, Stella. I appreciate it. You're just as sweet as me because you're my soul sister. So if you're saying I'm sweet, that means you must be sweet too. And I know you are because I go to your channel. Jeanette, I don't. So if your DM has a kid, well, you know that's a lesson that he had to learn, and the best thing to do is to remove your energy away from him and devote all your energy onto you and become the best version of yourself. The divine will take care of the rest. You just have to have trust and faith. And I know that sounds silly to some people, but honestly, once you take your power back, then you feel more powerful. Thank you, Prop Mama. Thank you, Kiosha. Philadelphia, brother of love, Ashley. Anyway, I'm done here. I really appreciate your guys' support. I'll do another live video here soon. I went over the time frame that I thought I was gonna do, but you guys supported me and you brought the energy and you supported each other in the room, and I really appreciate that. And I just want I really want you guys to know that, you know, I never thought that I was gonna have the amount of support that I have. And, you know, you have exceeded all my expectations as far as the amount of support that I've received. And I will do everything in my power to make sure that I answer the questions that you guys give me. And if you email me and I don't respond right away, sometimes it even takes me a few weeks because intuitively I get really drained, especially lately. And but I will answer your emails. It just might take me a while. And if you send me an email, I just would ask, please do not send me pages of emails because that drains a lot of my energy. Please just send me like a paragraph or two so that way that I can give you an answer in a timely manner and be able to not only use my energy for you, but use my energy for other people too. So anyway, I appreciate everybody's love and support. And just remember, peace, love, and happiness is what the most important, three of the most important traits that you can have. And if you ain't got that, you ain't got much of anything else. So anyway, y'all have a great weekend. Tomorrow's Friday. I know some people have to go to work. Tomorrow is my Saturday. And I'll see you guys later.